When you hear the name Suzuki GSX-R1000RZ 2026, there's already a certain expectation that comes with it, and honestly, this bike doesn't try to reinvent the formula, it refines it in a way that feels familiar but sharper at the same time, and for riders in the US who appreciate performance with a bit of heritage behind it, this machine still carries that classic GSXR DNA, but now with a more polished and confident personality, and the first thing you notice when you see it in person is how aggressive yet clean the design feels. It's not overly complicated, it doesn't rely on flashy elements to grab attention, instead it looks focused, like a machine built with a clear purpose, and once you throw a leg over it, the riding position immediately reminds you that this is a serious sport bike, slightly aggressive, leaning you forward just enough to feel connected, but not so extreme that it becomes uncomfortable for longer rides, and that balance is something riders in the US really value, because it means you can enjoy it on twisty roads and still survive a longer highway run without feeling completely worn out, and as soon as you fire it up, the engine has that smooth inline-4 character that Suzuki has always been known for, but what stands out here is how controlled and refined the power delivery feels. It doesn't hit you all at once, it builds in a way that feels predictable and usable, which is exactly what you want when you're dealing with this level of performance, and when you start pushing it, that's where the GSX-R1000RZ really starts to show its personality. The throttle response is sharp but not nervous, and the bike feels planted as you pick up speed, giving you that confidence to keep going a little faster, a little harder, and even at higher speeds, it remains stable, almost calm, which is something that separates a good sport bike from a great one. And when it comes to handling, this is where things get really interesting, because despite its performance focus, the bike feels surprisingly manageable. It turns in with precision, holds its line through corners, and gives you feedback that makes you feel in control rather than overwhelmed, and that confidence translates into a more enjoyable ride overall, whether you're on a canyon road or just pushing it a bit on an open stretch, and the suspension setup plays a huge role in that, absorbing bumps while still keeping the bike tight and responsive, so you're not sacrificing comfort for performance. And then there's the electronics package, which feels modern but not intrusive. You've got traction control, riding modes, quick shifter, and a clean display that gives you all the information you need without distracting you, and that's the key here. Everything works in the background to support your riding rather than take over, and visually, the GSX-R1000RZ still carries that iconic sport bike presence. It looks fast even when it's standing still, and for a lot of riders, that's part of the appeal. It's not just about how it rides, it's about how it makes you feel when you see it, and overall, the Suzuki GSX-R1000RZ 2026 feels like a bike that knows exactly what it's supposed to be. It doesn't try to be everything for everyone. Instead, it focuses on delivering a pure sport riding experience with just enough comfort and technology to make it usable in the real world, and for riders in the US who want a machine that blends performance, control, and a bit of classic superbike character, this is still one of those bikes that earns its place, and once you spend time with it, you realize it's not just about speed or numbers, it's about the connection between rider and machine, and that's what keeps bikes like this relevant, even as the market continues to evolve.